Malignant is someone who shows up time after time after time. Auto is a really competent player who knows what they're good at and is very, very strict with themselves in the way they present when it comes down to the fights. I'm on the edge of my seat. Honestly, you know what? We haven't even seen this is match of the night. I've taught myself into it. I think this is gonna be it.
You're calling it. This is match of the night. Okay. Listen, I'm not mad at it. I guess we're just gonna have to see. We're just gonna have to see now, brother. So, getting started here. Gorifye starting with the aggression on Morty. Bouncing that grenade, trying to see what he can pull off here. The dirt misses. Nice parry. The dare connects. Plumbus. Doing what he can with the utility. Gorifye is just such a master of this character. The dirt does with the grenades. Can't really do too much with it though. And now Malignant's trying to get on the offensive. Told you again that saw, man. Oh my, the dare into the up air connects early. 30 seconds in, we've already got our first stock here off the board.
Really, really aggressive here from Gorifye. That's kind of what we expect to see from him, and we're seeing it once again as those projectiles just keep on flying out. We're seeing Malignant now use those buzzsaws, try and set them up at least to sort of run a little bit of interference, but it doesn't look like he's going to be able to get them off, and using that skateboard to sort of get around a little bit everything in Spike's kit. You know, the mobility in it is huge, and that's a really big part of the character. Almost gets that elimination on Gorifye there. Does use the spaceship to escape, though. A very risky move that paid off in this instance. But there it is. Also gets the finish on it with his little ray gun. And that is going to be a stock evening move. There's a spaceship once again. Gorifye playing it very, very safe. And now here comes the aggression. There is the ground spike that we see quite a lot. And we're seeing, again, these projectiles just litter the battlefield. That's sort of what it is. It's just really claustrophobic when you get these two in a match against one another.
100%. It's always fun to see just the aggression coming out of both players. I mean, we've seen Gorifye take on Stripes in the past, specifically Dark Knight, and those are always some of the most intense matchups. So this is a matchup that I'm happy to see again. And Gorifye is able to get MaligantAuto off the map for the second stock, and then show off with a little bit of a grenade juggle there. Just a little bit of swag on the side of the platform there. We get it. You know how to use Morty, but it's really impressive to see the level of skill here coming out. Really of both players. In this particular case here, the skateboard does come through, followed up with a nice pistol and the Sair, but can't really do much with it. Spaceship taking Malignant off stage. Can Gorifye punished, not able to quite do so. Catches a bullet to the chest instead. Grenade into dirt. Not much to do there though. Trying to use the grenades to just create some space if he can. Gorifye getting caught up in nice combo here. The tech does allow him to recover, but it doesn't matter. You're still in another combo. 93 heat. Did need to be careful. One swift attack and you could be in trouble. The dare misses. Also, oh, that should be a stock right there. Yes, it is. 2-2. Now, 60 plus heat on Malignant. You need to play some fantastic Multiversus here, because Gorifye is definitely not going to miss. Is going to find some way to connect the grenade. Almost does the job, but not quite. Dirt into the up air. Oh, almost followed up with another up air though, but the bomb able to get Malignant back on stage. The dare misses on the side of Gorifye. Trying to edge guard as best as possible here. The grenade, there it is. That was a very sneaky grenade, by the way. I didn't see that coming myself. Well done.
I didn't see it for like the first half of the time it was on screen. It was only like as it was going off, I suddenly realized what was going on there. That was a huge play from Gorifye. Really well done. I think that just sort of shows you the chaos of Morty's kit. So much is going on all at once that it's so hard to actually keep track of what the hell is on screen.
Yeah, it was like a frame one grenade right there. Alright, we're getting into game 2 here now. Both players doing a little spacing thing. Gorifye coming in with a Sair. Can't quite follow up. Grenade misses as well. Malignant's trying to keep Gorifye off stage, but can't quite do it though. Counter dare into the dash attack. They're just back and forth No, you go off stage. No, you go off stage. No, you go off stage. That's literally what this is at the moment. But I mean, if you're on the side of Morty, you definitely want to find yourself on stage. You know, playing off stage can be dangerous for you for that reason right there. And plus, Morty is just better when he's able to set up with the dirt into the up air and other attacks as well. So currently, I had to use the spaceship, which is a really huge part of Morty's utility, but can't quite get anything going truly at the moment. Let's see if they can they're both just whiffing like crazy. Grenade could have got him off, but no, too late to attack. And come on, who's gonna get that first major attack? No, their combo comes out. Oh, but Malignant couldn't follow it up. I mean, what do you have to do just to get someone off the stage here, man? You know?
This is probably one of the longest times we've gone without an elimination. We're almost 90 seconds in, and neither of these guys refuse to die. I mean, it does show just how high level they are to be able to survive at these levels, but also, like, we're kind of in a position where this is what they're like on the first stock. What are they going to be like for the rest of the match? Finally, Malignant gets that initial stock, but now he's in a position where he's basically immediately eliminated, and we have a fresh start. And now we get to do it all again. That was nearly 2 minutes before these guys were able to get eliminations off of one another. We could potentially be in a position where someone's in a place to run out the clock if they're going to keep it up at this kind of pace. But the aggression is constant throughout. We have seen now Malignant able to break through that buffer, the spawn buffer that you get these days. Finally, Gorifye has done the same for Malignant here. Gonna use the self-debt to get back on stage. These two are so close to one another, hugging each other constantly. And there is Malignant, who gets a really nice little combo off, getting Morty into 97 effectively in kill range. At this point, anything could really do it. But also, these guys can survive at 130, 150, 160. You know, we're at a stage where anything can happen at any time, or they could just run the endurance gauntlet of a lifetime. We're looking at 48 to still 97 here. Now Malignant trying to get that elimination, tries to follow up with the ray gun, but it doesn't. There is the spaceship for safety. We see the dimension door to get Morty back on stage. The self-debt isn't going to connect, and that's only going to tick up the damage on Stripe here, who's now at 92. We're basically in the same situation we were, but this time the ray gun's going to follow up the elimination.
Yeah, that's that offstage move that we've seen so many times. As Gorifye is able to even up 2-2, that offstage, you know, use of the pistol for Stripe is the kind of move where, man, with good placement, you can pretty much get it every time. And there's really nothing that your opponent can do except just put the controller down, you know, and say goodbye. So it's a very useful attack if you can get someone towards the bottom of the blast zone. The UFO comes out. Not really able to do much with it though. Gorifye trying to find some way to punish any sort of incoming attack here. The saw you being using the platform does get destroyed. Oh, that pistol off the side in the dare. Oh, the follow-up, man. The follow-up with the pistol into the dare. Very well done, Malignant. Very well done.
Very well done indeed. That is going to take us to 1 apiece. And correct me if I'm wrong, but we are in top 8 now, as far as I went. So I do believe we are in best of 5 territory.
Oh, absolutely. We are indeed. Let me put this link here. There we go. Bam. There you go, chat. Enjoy. All right. Moving on to game 3 now. Both players have been just throwing hands for the last 2 games. We saw one of the longer matches take place. You know, it took over 1.5 minutes for the first stock to come out. So curious to see if the aggression really picks up this time around. UFO comes out and saves Gorifye, but Gorifye is just getting battered off stage. Malignant seems to have his number at the moment. Saw to get back on stage, very well played. Dodges the neutral air, saw it coming, and just knew to get out of harm's way. That bomb doesn't quite hit where he wants, but nice dodge into the Sair. The pistol play can't fall with the Sair though. Counter dare. Columbus comes out, not able to do much. The combo though, ew. Brother, ew, on Gorifye, I see you. That was a very nice start. Very nice start, sir.
Very, very clean, and a relatively low heat level, all things considered, seeing the last match. Now, Malignant is desperately trying to even up this stock, but once again, Gorifye holding on to that 130 level, potentially going even higher to 140, maybe 150. It's a really dangerous situation as we see that teleport come in. There is the elimination we needed to see from Malignant to try and even this up a little bit. 5 minutes 40 in the game. We're now seeing stocks sort of start to drop a little bit faster than in round 2, as Gorifye now answers with as many projectiles as he can, but he's now getting caught up by Stripe, who pulls out the gun once again and is chipping away. Morty caught by the chainsaw as well, and Stripe also does have that sort of slight defensive ability to use the skateboard to nullify some of those projectiles, clean up the board a little bit, which is honestly what might be saving him against Gorifye right now. As we see the self-death attempt, looks like Morty was able to prevent it, but it's taken a lot of damage for his trouble, and now Malignant's going to be looking for a second knockout, try and get another life down and get one step closer to the semi-finals of this bracket. We see that spaceship come out, try and keep Morty alive, playing very, very defensively, getting that damage in where he can, bringing up Stripe to 103. Now both of them at that very high level. Does get hit by the ray gun though, and Malignant's going to have advantage going into the final stock.
Yeah, Gorifye was just back and elbows trying to escape that bomb, but just couldn't quite do it. Got punished. Caught that Glockion off stage. I mean, there's not really much you can do there, you know. So, still able to return the favor. Even it up here, 15 to 67. Well, really negative 15 to 67 here in favor of MaligantAuto. Let's see. I mean, this is definitely in Malignant's favor, but as I say that though, it's already 75 in favor of Gorifye. Almost had the dodge read. That would have been an insane way to turn this match around. Currently caught a bomb to the face, followed by the Glock. 103.96. This can go in either player's favor. You know, I would say Malignant's done a great job of dodging dirt for the most part. I mean, there have been obviously some. You can't avoid them all, but the dare obviously just no. Wait a minute. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Make it interesting. Screw it. I want to see it. Oh, I want to see some sort of back and forth off the edge to see how we can end game 3 here. Both players are definitely trying to play as smart as possible. The skateboard might come through. That's it. The skateboard came through and gave Malignant game 3. Okay. Malignant just needs one more, and you're moving on to Shaft Nizzle. You just need one more. Can Gorifye make the comeback? Find out next time on Dragon. Wait a minute. That's the wrong. It's the wrong platform. Okay, sorry.
I mean, we've seen Gorifye do comebacks before, and we've seen how devastating they can be, but also, this may be the best showing we've seen from Malignant in quite some time. They are putting it on a whole different level. They are, like, you know, on an entirely different wave of existence right now. This has been incredible use. And, you know, don't forget, Gorifye is someone who we've seen use Stripe in the past. So it's, you know, it's that extra little thing of Gorifye knows how Stripe works. He knows the kit, he knows the character, he knows how to play, and he's still being caught out by these chainsaws. He's still being caught out by these ray guns and these self-deaths. It really is a statement as to how well Malignant has done throughout this series so far. And it looks like he immediately went to try and put pressure on the Morty, who was on the edge of the arena here, as we are now in Trophy's Edge. Doesn't like Morty trying to break through it a little bit. Currently, heat levels are very, very even, both at 28, and now Gorifye getting an ever so slight lead. Looks like Malignant's going to try and bait Morty down a little bit. There is the spaceship we would have wanted to see. Gorifye almost eliminated Malignant there with the spaceship. He was able to get away though, and now we're going to see the use of those projectiles and the dirt as well to sort of guard the edge of the arena. Still, they were at very, very similar heat levels. Gorifye has now taken a bit of a back step as Malignant starts to really stack up that damage. We've seen that triple figure. There is a dimension door that Morty can use to get back on stage. But Stripe is set up, ready to go. There is the ray gun. Are we going to see an elimination here? No, not quite. Gorifye is able to stay alive. Does dodge the damage as well. It's getting really close for stock 1.
Yeah, Gorifye's done a great job of staying, getting off stage and avoiding too much damage as he goes off stage and catches the proper damage to get him sent off stage. But it's like most of the damage that Gorifye's been taking has been on stage, which is where you would think Morty would kind of thrive. But Stripe is so good, and with that grounded combat. What the heck? Kind of okay. Gorifye thought it was the right time to do some muscly workouts. Trying to see if Garrett is the dash attack is able to kind of make it happen here. In that previous game, the dare off stage I thought would have could have ended it, just because Stripe was over 100. But it happens sometimes. You don't quite get the stock that you thought you might get. Sometimes when you see someone over 100, you think I just gotta tickle them and it's over. And unfortunately, not all attacks can actually equate to that. So it's just something you just have to kind of be mindful of as you're going on into your following matches. As of right now, though, 88, 30 something, kind of basically in favor of Malignant, but this can go any player's direction here. Both kind of canceling each other out here. It's almost like Gorifye knows what attack is coming in and decides, let me just get back here, but catches that tech deck to the face, unfortunately. Ooh, the grenade doesn't quite get Malignant out. Now they're just playing with each other off stage here. I mean, as of right now, Gorifye just needs to be tickled and gone. So you definitely want to play smart here. Don't catch that bomb to the face. Nice spaceship. Ooh, but catches the pistol and the dare, and that's it. That's exactly what you would expect to happen in that scenario. You can't truly avoid that. Now, this is the moment of truth here. If you're Gorifye, you probably want to play as safe as you possibly can and avoid any unnecessary damage.
That is pretty much spot on money here, because any damage that the Malignant can cause from this point on is just damage you're gonna have to carry out now for the rest of the game. And we gotta remember, Malignant is just that one victory point away from running away all the way to the semi-finals. There is the elimination that Gorifye desperately needed, and now he's gonna have to play damn near perfectly if he wants to try and get advantage in this fight, try and take it to a round 5. But the thing is with Gorifye, we've seen him survive at 120, 130. We know that he can outlast most of his opponents, so he just needs to do that one more time and get as much damage out as possible. We're seeing now Stripe at 31. We need to see that heat level go up to 40 and 50 at this stage if we want to see that momentum shift. But Malignant is continuing to put up the pressure, using that gun once again to chip away at Morty's health, who is now at 82, starting to get into a very risky scenario. We're constantly seeing sort of like 30 health deficit between these guys, which is exactly where Malignant wants to be as he hits with a gnarly looking dropkick. And Malignant in a 3-1